I still have a gun with one bullet, and he's standing just in front of me. I cannot miss. I mean, if we don't have the bullet in that chamber, we sure can. Oh no. You are going down, you mother... Hey all you cool creatures. I'm Cryptid. Welcome to the Cryptid Plays YouTube channel, and today we are playing Dark Arrangement, which is a visual novel made by Banya, who you know I love their games. But this is a visual novel created for O2A2, which means only one of any asset. This is kind of a spin-off of Emerald Wasp, and what it is about is that we must play a game of Russian roulette against Bila. And for every round that we survive, he will answer a question. So, I do have some content warnings for you. It is intended for an 18+ audience because it contains flashing lights, torture, violence, gore, and mentions of death by suicide, as well as the possible triggering of trypophobia with the background of the text box. So viewer discretion is advised. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Let's play a game, shall we? This was the dark arrangement we made. It wasn't cards that were laid on the table, but a gun. He inserted a round into the revolver. Then the chamber was spun. I know what he did to the others. What he would do if I didn't play along. 3 shots will be enough. It would be a shame if your little mission would end with nothing after all the trouble you put the hive through. Then I shall answer a question for every round you survive without spinning the magazine. If you make it past the 3rd one, I will let you go. I won't harm you unless you cheat. Fair enough? Oh my goodness gracious. You go first. I held the gun and pointed it to my head. My elbow was shaking. The iron felt heavier than last time. I need to stay calm. My opponent was a tear through time. His demeanor was fairly out of place, as was the old military uniform. It's the first bullet. The percentage of firing is 16 on 100. Okay, I'm gonna see what happens when we try to shoot him first. We're gonna die, by the way. And then the idea surfaces. I still have a gun with one bullet, and he's standing just in front of me. I cannot miss. I mean, if we don't have the bullet in that chamber, we sure can. Oh no. You are going down, you motherfucker. It happened in a split second. I could barely catch a glimpse of the movement with my eyes. My arm was grabbed tight, and my shot deviated to the ceiling, hitting and smashing the old light bulb that was flickering all the time. Then something cold was pressed onto my chest and ran me through. Nice try. I told you I wouldn't harm you unless you cheated. Like last time. Ending. I'll translate that in edit, but you know. Alright. This time, let us survive. Alright. We go first. My opponent was a tear through time. It's the first bullet. The percentage of firing is 16 on 100. Let us spin. I breathe heavily. Seconds of pure agony and hesitation festered in a single finger. But the gun doesn't fire and I'm spared. For now. I like that expression on his face. I gasp desperately while my vision focuses again. I guess I'll ask all the questions because I can save. Where did you take Queen Irena? His fully red eye glares at me, for I dared speak her name. At first I thought it was infected or decaying, but it's clearly alive and not human. I couldn't help stare at it since the beginning. To her chamber. I'm on strict orders to strike down anyone who trespasses. Is she captive? Is she still alive? I have to hurry. Did I satisfy your curiosity? He was very blunt, more than I expected. While I'm pensive, he grabs the revolver, points it to his head, and pulls the trigger. The gun doesn't fire. My turn. He's too calm for this. You know, I fear that I am mispronouncing his name, but Vanya, if I am mispronouncing his name, please tell me. Bela must have some trick up his sleeve, or he would never initiate a death game. There is something in his red eye that suggests he's enjoying torturing me like this. I hastily wipe my face with my hand. I see something shining beside him for a split second. Answer. Where is Dr. Enrico Castiglione? The name rings a bell. The image of a man arched on his typewriter and his assistant watching over flashes beneath my eyes. He was escorted outside by the workers. If I hand over his whereabouts, he might be next. I remember he still has the gun in his hand, and I moisten my lips. By now, he might be in Switzerland or Italy. Very well. To my surprise, Bela returns the gun to me without waiting for additional info. He doesn't need that information. Alright, so we know what would happen if we try to shoot him. We might... There is a chance we could survive trying to shoot him, but let us spin. I hesitantly open my eyes again. I'm still there. Can I really win this? I gather my courage to ask, how did you survive? Not the question he was expecting. Clearly, I couldn't help but wonder how he is still alive. Eating cockroaches. That's one way to survive. And drinking the putrid waters infesting this place. The royal jelly, too, when the wasps would be so kind. And sheer determination. Is that really what you wanted to know? He prepares the revolver with apparently no hesitation, pointing it at his head. But to my horror, Bela pulls the trigger twice. He's unharmed again. What a bastard! Then hands me the gun, and I feel my hand sweat. You fired twice. It's not against the rules. And this puts me at 0 odds of survival. A risky strategic move if you don't fear death. I suppose he either knew he wouldn't risk anything or seriously considered death as a benevolent option. He had also never intended to let me go, now that surviving the 3rd round is impossible without breaking the promise to. Anxiety starts rising. Did he just want me to feel helpless and beg for my life? I have to think quick. How can I possibly fire now? It's the 6th bullet. The percentage of firing is 100 on 100. Let's try this again, but it won't work. Nope, okay. Let me load. Let us die, and then I will see which questions will lead us to survival. Spin. Why didn't you kill me immediately? You don't remember who I am, do you? I can't. Even having a name in the bunker was uncommon. You quickly forget how it sounds. Surrender. If you cooperate, we won't harm your comrades. That's what you said. A hazy memory of the 60s resurfaces when Operation Rosvet struck into the bunker and I stopped it. It was. And I played along. I trusted your word. Do you understand now? Something is squirming beneath the calm and collected facade, like tiny wasp legs. He is waiting for me to fire, with a ravenous rage building inside his eyes. He's probably been waiting for years. And now I remember, I gave the order to the firing squad. And now pull the trigger. You'd better fire quick, drone. There's no one left here. Only the two of us. Alright, another ending. Now let's see if we can survive. Alright, let's ask about the lift key. Bela searches in his pockets and then tosses it at me. No words exchanged. Now that the stairs collapsed, it's my only way to safety. I have it in my hands now. Is that really what you wanted to know? Alright. But... okay, so let's go back and change our first question. Biting my lips to control myself, I mutter. Is it a mutiny? Indeed, it is. Her Majesty is resting now, so I'm taking care of her will. I'm starting with the cleaning. His voice fades in a raspy breath. I'm not as benevolent as Her Majesty. He changed inflection, like he was referring to a specific quote. I'm too preoccupied with the torture game to try to understand. Did I satisfy your curiosity? Alright. Can I really win this? Alright. Let us ask the lift key, but... so he fires twice again. How did you survive? So let us see if this one brings us to survival. Alright. We shoot him. Well, I shot myself this time, so it is slightly randomized. Well, that was unfortunate. It was a pleasure to play. I hope you enjoyed it just as much. Alrighty. Well, that was Dark Arrangement. I truly have no idea if there's a way to fully survive or if I got all of the endings. I tried all of the combinations of choices, so I don't know if I've done anything wrong or if I completed the whole game, but that sure was an interesting experience. I love Emerald Wasp, so this was fun. I was happy to see Bila again. And you know what? His grudge is kind of understandable, even though he himself is not a good person. But as you know, I've stopped doing long reviews at the end of my videos, but just know I thought this was a neat game. And if you made it this far, thank you all for watching and for sweating with me as I tried to survive. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did like it, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of me, but you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. Hopefully soon I'll be back to uploading 3 times a week. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye.